Okay, so welcome back. We just completed all the setups from 1 to 5, and now we're gonna perform from 6 onwards. So 6 says run the program and check whether you get the move orders created, which is of replenishment type, and then you can further perform the task allocation, task generations, and perform those tasks through the mobile device. So those are the things that we want to do from 6, 7, 8, 9. So the first step is to go to the application and run the min-max program. So I'll go ahead and run the min-max program. So I can run it from view request, single request. Let's see, min-max planning report. Great. It's asked for the level, so make sure you run at sub inventory level because we want to replenish which sub inventory. So I want to replenish case. Just to remind you, in this diagram we want to focus on bulk to case movement. Case is where we have set the min and max level, and based on that we are expecting a material to come from bulk. Great. So let's go ahead and select rest of the criterias. Not that required. Just say restock is no. That means we just want to analyze this data, and later on we rerun. If you're okay with the recommendation, then we rerun with the restock flag as in yes. So all the rest of them is fine. Let's go ahead and submit, and let's find this. Okay, so program got completed. I'm gonna say view output. It's coming up. Okay, so this is the report which has come. All right, so this is the parameter that we have given. The important flags are restock as no, so we have not asked system to take any action, just to provide what is recommended by the system. You're running this min max at the case level, case sub inventory level, and you can see the item is FG1. This item has min was 10, max was 50. We haven't done anything on the quantity modifier. No availability of this item in case sub inventory, and the recommendation has come as 50 because we have set the max as a 50. So with that min max calculation, this is the recommendation. Now if I am okay as a planner to release this recommendation, then I'll go ahead and rerun the program. So I'll go to submit new request. I can copy the previous parameter. Copy will give you all of the parameter that was set earlier. You don't need to reset. Make sure that this time you type yes and run this program one more time. So this is the implementation of the recommendation. The earlier one was just a recommendation. It did not create any transaction in the system such as move order. Okay, so the report is completed now. So we can check the view output again. There won't be any change, just to validate the line is there, that's all. It will be exactly the same report it will come. Okay, by the time it's coming, let's move on and see the rest of the stuff, what we have to do. Okay, so we ran the min-max program, we ran at sub-inventory level, and all of this restock is yes. And then the next activity is to run the move order pick slip report, or at this point you can also do just checking whether the move order is created or not, and then we can come to this program number 7 and execute. So let's go ahead and try and check whether there is a move order created or not. So I'll go to the move order is created in inventory management, material transactions, transact move order. Should there be any replenishment type of move order, it should be selected once you do this and click the find button. There we go. You got a move order number here. Scroll right. You see it's a sourcing from bulk. Destination is going to be the case, and the quantity should be 50. So let's scroll right, and there is a 50 quantity. So the move order is created. Now the next activity is to perform the allocation. So you can perform the allocation through this, or you can also do it through the concurrent program. If you have more than one replenishment, that's a good idea to do the move order replenishment. So that's where the next program is. You have to launch the program called move order pick slip report to get the allocation done. So which you can do it through view request, submit single request, and look for the move order pick slip report. Here we go. And then here you have to specify, if you know any of those, you can give those source sub inventory if you know the bulk, so it will be easy. So let's say bulk. I don't want to specify any locator. Destination is case. I'm gonna specify those. Skip the locator part. Fine. This is okay. This sales order is not there in picture. Here are the two important flags. Auto allocate move order. You must select them yes, because then only the line will get allocated, and once it get allocated, you will see the task creation, and then you can execute the task. So you don't need to set plan task as no, because if you set it to no, then it will go in unreleased status. The task will undergo in a status called unreleased. You make sure you set it to no, so that you get in pending task. So there is no intervention by the warehouse manager for any task that will be given to the respective employees. If you want an intervention to be done, a planner needs to release the task manually, then you have to say plan task is yes. That means warehouse manager is going to plan the task. When you say no, system is going to plan the task. So the two flags are very important part. So once you set those flag, submit the program. Okay, and let's wait for the program to show you the output. Alright, so the program got completed. You can check the view output of this. Okay, so here's the report output of the pick slip report. This is the move order pick slip report, and you can see this order is here. Couldn't find any allocation. This is why this is unallocated. Whereas it does have quantity to be picked 50, and the report has come nicely. The only thing is the allocation did not work through, so we have to find a reason for why it has not yet allocated, and then we'll fix this. Alright, so we ran this move order pick slip again, and as you see the bulk and case, we said that auto allocate is yes, and we also see this move order got allocated now, and this is the task ID that is getting created. Now what was the problem? I'll describe now that the rule that is running. Let me go ahead and show you the rule. What changes did I do? So replenishment rule that we have set up for picking. This is sorry. Let me search again. Replenishment. Okay, this is drop, and this is the pick. Yeah, so this is running with a strict pick UOM, and the request that with the conversion that we have between in bulk, you have WPL as a picking UOM, which is 100 each. Now what you're requesting is 50 each, so therefore there was not matching, so it did not do any allocation. What I have done is I went into the UOM conversion, and I have changed the conversion between let me show you. So I'll go and find the pallet. Now you will see one pallet is 50 each, so now the allocation was possible because of this change. Earlier it was 100, so it was not able to allocate. Now it's good allocate, and allocation has already been done. As you can see, the task is pending, and at this point we can also quickly have a look at the warehouse control board. Warehouse control board is a screen for the warehouse manager where he can specify the source. This is internal movement, so it's called in the warehousing, and this is pending. You may call the product code if you like to filter limited task. So this task is visible. We can expand this. So it's gonna go from bulk to case, and there is a user task type assignment here. So with the help of this task type assignment, an employee who belong to this task can do that. So let's figure out who belongs to this group, REPL group. So I can go to the task setup and check who all can do this particular task. So go to the setup, task, and standard task. This is the REPL task. This is the replenishment task, and we have a rule set for that, and this replenishment task is done by a resource called REPL. If you want to see the employee name, then we have to go to the tools and department, go for the resources, look for REPL, and look for the instance. So the user, this employee REPL1, can just sign in into the telnet device, and he can access this task and perform the task automatically. You don't need to do anything. There's the one way to do that, and it's a very standard way of doing it. Other one was doing through the report. If you have this report with you, then you can just copy this and log into telnet and go to the paper based I'll go to the task, manual task, and then paper based picking. This is where you can just copy paste and you can just access this task here. And this particular login is not REPL1 login. This is operations welcome login. So if you're doing a paper based task, then anybody can do based on the task ID. And but if you want to use the automated task framework, or with the help of advanced task framework, then you have to log in this device using the REPL1 employee who can actually see this task and do it. So right now I'll complete this task using this screen. I'll specify all of the details. Oh god, 61 2 LPNs. I can select, let's say, first one, confirm FG1. This is the item confirmations I'm taking. Requested quantity is I think remaining. I have to take 50. Okay, now you need to put a transfer LPN because you're breaking that LPN, the LPN 61A. I'm gonna generate a new one, 63. That 63, I'll take it to the next case. So this is moving the material. 63A is now 50 quantities moving from case to each, and then bulk to case, and I'll do the press done button, and this transaction is completed. Right, so this task is completed, and now you can check the on hand quantity in the case sub inventory. So I can check the on hand from here also. Go to inquiry, item, FG1. I got a case sub inventory. I'm gonna put some locator here. Let's first one, find. See, the 50 quantity has come. If you want to see the LPN 63A, click on find LPN, and you see 63A is here. So we got completed the transaction. You can verify the replenishment is done now. And if I go back to this screen, I can now see these two steps are also being done, and we have the task has been completed. So thank you very much for watching this replenishment based on min-max. And the next we'll do the min-max, not min-max driven, but it's a sales order driven replenishment, which is called pull replenishment. So stay tuned for the next video.